Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of All the Mods 9. I'm Katiana. We are here in our woodland mansion, and we're stuck. We're stuck. I haven't quite figured out how to get unstuck yet. I'm hoping I can figure out how to get unstuck, and then we'll be able to figure out what needs to happen next. Um, yeah, let's see if we can figure that out together. So, I have made an upgrade. This is the most ugly pink purple I think I've ever seen. Not not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of this particular shade of pink purple. But this is the next upgrade in the coils for the EBF. It is trinium, and that makes this one now the Naquita. So I've moved the Naquita over to here, and this one is now trinium. What's funny about that is the trinium coil block is actually in the next chapter of Ultimate Voltage. And I can't unlock the quest yet. But I need the trinium coil block level EBF to proceed. So, I have made the trinium coils to upgrade my EBF to do that. Yeah. So, I have done a few quests in the Ultimate Voltage chapter. We have taken our impure Naquidria solution bucket. We have centrifuged it to get the impurities out to get the Naquidria solution bucket, which gets us a tank of it, which is great. We always love it when they give us a tank of the stuff so we can just put it over here in our system and add yet another empty tank to the system. Because, supply, always good to have. Then the exact same thing happens when we mix the Naquidria solution with some sulfuric acid to begin solidifying the metals with our acidic Naquadria solution bucket, and it's going to give us another tank. Yay. Sure, stockpile some more solution. In you go. Empty tank. In you go. We then take that up to processing it, centrifuging it again to get Naquidra sulfate dust. Don't forget to do your waste processing. So what does that mean? Well, that particular recipe gets us Naquidria waste and fluorine gas. So what can we do with that? Well, we can get gallium sulfide dust, we can get sulfuric acid, and we can get the Naquadria solution, the enriched Naquita solution. So I'm assuming what we need to do is set up that recipe. So if we use that, no, not that. So the recipe for that here, and then we say use for that in here. Like this, and take that one out because that's only a possibility. Go Chiefs! They scored so fast, I almost didn't get the game on. they had marched down the field so quickly that they were in the end zone within a minute. Did he throw a pick while I was talking about what quests I have? Oh my god, did he really? Did he really? Play by play. Sure enough, he did. Oh my gosh. Intercepted by Hicks at the 9. Oh my gosh. Sure enough, we got the ball back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. This is going to go upstairs in our distillation tower, which I still only have one of. I have failed. I have not made the second one of these yet. I need to make another one of these. And it's raining through the hole in the ceiling. I was knitting all week. I wanted to make sure I was going to get caught up so we could Minecraft all weekend. So I didn't get any of these other things done that I thought I was going to do. But I then made uranium, rhodium, dinaquatid dust, which apparently is going to be used for superconductors. I'll take your word for that. Because all of these quests are still locked. I can't actually go anywhere quest-wise. So I'm stuck here. But I need that trinium coil block for the EBF. Why? So if we go back to our ZPM, we were working on this when we left off. And I had my little backpack over here. Hey, district. Working on my little backpack over here where I'm trying to make all the things and the stuffs, right? We've got our computer casing, our input hatch, our auto maintenance hatch, our LUV energy hatch, our empty HPCA component, our computer vents, our computation data transmission hatch, our advanced computer casings, our HPCA active cooling components, our data bank, our HPCA computation component. I have got everything on the list so far. Boom, 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 boom. I got to the high performance computation array, which I'm going to think of that as the controller for this big monster thingy. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't seem so bad. It's another one of our lovely little assembler multi-blocks. We've got, oh, so many of them. What's one more? So I did the normal thing. I got everything all set up. I have all my pieces and parts in place for my multi-block. I don't have the research yet. I still have to do that. But I have everything in place. And I started working on the pieces for the creation of this multi-block. So I got the optical fiber cable, and I got to this one. Uranium, rhodium, dinaquatid wire, which is a ZPM superconductor, and I'm like, I couldn't make that. We needed this dust from over here. Okay, so how do I make that? So uranium, This is a circuit for mixer recipe. Seems straightforward enough. Oh no, it's a ZPM mixer. A ZPM mixer. Guess what? Mama didn't have a ZPM mixer. Okay, well, Mama has a ZPM mixer now. So, fortunately, the only thing I had to add to be able to make said mixer was I had to add a pattern for the Naquita alloy rotor. Everything else was in the system. I just had to babysit it along in case anything got stuck because you know my system, it likes to get stuck. interestingly enough, this time it didn't get stuck. I was shocked too, believe me. But we spit out the mixer and got it set up over here. And so we now have a ZPM level mixer circuit 4 over here to make this uranium dust. So now we can go backwards because we made this dust in the ultimate voltage chapter. So now we go back to ZPM. And this is, I think, what District was saying, how we have to go back and forth between the two chapters. There's aspects of this where I'm going to need to do stuff in my electric blast furnace. I needed it to be a tritium level coil, which I'll show you when I get there. So I went ahead and made the tritium coils because I knew that was going to take some time. So I got those done this afternoon. So they're done. I don't know if there's going to be anything else we're going to run into that's going to derail us. So this evening's stream could be productive. It could be a nightmare. I have no idea what we're going to get into. So, yes. We're just going to have to see what we find. So we need 64 of these 2x wires. So we're going to do actually, do I already have the recipe in there? Uranium. No, I have the 1x wire. I need the 2x wire. So we got to have the 2x uranium wire, which is this one, in the wire mill. Like this. And that's going to be circuit 2. No, GC. We are not even thinking about Greggy's yet. We are just trying to stay ahead of you by the fingernails that we, if at all possible at this point. So I need a stack of these, which it says I can do a stack of these. We'll see if we believe it. Hopefully it's telling me the truth. No. How did you forget we got Gardner Minshew? He's our backup now. Now, I have no idea who the third string is behind Minshew. I expect you're going to see him a lot this preseason, whoever number 3 is. So this could be very entertaining. So that is processing. So let us see what actually, do I have this in my... Yes, this one. Okay, so then we have a computer monitor. Can I do a computer monitor? Computer monitor. That one seems easy enough. It even looks easy enough. Where do I have my assembler 0? Assembler 0 is an IV. Okay. Computer monitor. IV assembler 0. You're gonna be right here. There. Wait. I already had that recipe in there. Did I already do a computer monitor and I just have to grab it? No, I didn't. Okay. Make a computer monitor. This is going to take a hot minute. It has to make 64 of those ingots. Wow. And why is this taking so long to make a glass tube? There we go. Maybe? You're still not making me a glass tube. Where do I have a glass tube at? No. In a basic alloy smelter somewhere. Okay, why are you not working? Alloy smelter. You're supposed to have the ball thing in. Why do you not have the ball thing in? Because you're up here on the wall. Seriously. That was stupid. No surprise there. The Chiefs didn't leave those first stringers in very long. I also have the Packers and the Jets game on because, you know, it's preseason. Why not? And the Jets are ahead of the Packers. Wah ha 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 ha. I know. It's preseason. It doesn't mean anything. The game last night got called because of injury. Thank goodness he's doing very well in the hospital. Let's see. This is number 3. All right. Next, we need a data orb. Now, we found out on... Which one was it? It was... this one here. That it does not like the data orb coming through these barrels. Or not barrels, these drawers. Because with MBT data, they won't go into the locked drawer. So in position 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to go position 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to put one in there. And then we're going to take out this drawer here. And that. We're going to have to do something different to get the orb out of here and into that position, which is what we did over here with a lot of gyrations of cable. Because, yeah, data orbs. Great. Just what we needed. Something else with data orbs. 8 LUV filled generators. What? 8 of them? Oh, Lord. 8 of them. This is going to be a problem. Alright, good news is it's an ore that is plentiful in my wormhole, so I don't have to worry about that. I am worried I'm going to be running out of one material or another at some point. As I don't have like tons of all of these. I do have 21,000 of the raw ore from Greg Tech sitting in my system as well. So at some point I can convert over from the nether ore to this version of the ore. So there's an option there because I have more of this. So that makes me feel a little bit better. All right. So we need 8 of these. How much hot ingots is this going to take? Oh, Lord. 121 of these. Oh, my God. And 110 of these. Double, oh, my God. 394 of these. And 5 of those. And 20 of these. It needs to craft 1,536 of the palladium foils. Oh, God. We're going to be standing down there moving these foils between drawers forever. Okay. Yeah, we're going to come back to that one. Oh, that one's ugly. Okay, the data bank. This one's also kind of ugly. Not quite as ugly. Go ahead and start you. I'm hoping... I think the barrel system does work so that the data bank will process okay. I hope. I hope. They put Gardner in right away, that second drive. I figured the starters were going to be in that first drive, and then we won't see them again. For the first drive of the game, and then nothing. I don't think we'll see them again. Next game we'll see them a little more. Then next game we'll see them a little more. Working our way up till the opening week game down in Brazil. I don't want to have anyone get injured. That's going to be the key to this season, is keeping people healthy, or as healthy as possible. We're going to be as successful as our health allows. Okay, so once this one's done, we can run this one, and then we'll save that one for last. Let's look at the fluids. We can, I think, set up the fluids. So over here, I've got 3 fluids, and I need exporters to put on them. Boom, boom, boom. And I need cable. Okay, well, I'm going to need a lot more cable than that. Where it... No. Cable. Cable. How could I possibly have run out of cable? So the answer to that being I have strung an awful lot of cable. Like, a lot. Okay, so then these are going to be fluid, 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 and I need speed for all of these. Thank you. And then I need crafting for all of these. Oop, I just saw them. Alright, so you get a crafting and speed, and you get a crafting and speed, and you get a crafting and speed. And our three fluids are going to be the soldering alloy, liquid vanadium, gallium, and PCB coolant. I have concerns about that one. This one, none. I'm not sure about this one. That one is a little iffy. Little iffy. This one I know we're good on. So we have that 4 days. That goes in there. And we can put some in there. That one's fine. Okay, so now we need liquid vanadium gallium. This, oop. Liquid vanadium gallium. I need a bucket of that. Oh, because of course it's going to take 7 hot ingots to make me a bucket. My EBFs are not going to be able to keep up with all of this hot ingot stuff. My freezer is not going to be able to keep up with all of this hot ingot stuff. I am probably going to run out of helium. Especially when I do the field generators. I'm almost certain to run out of helium doing those. That is such a massive amount of hot ingots to run through the freezer simultaneously. Oh, that's just going to be ugly. Ugly. What about the PCB coolant? Okay, so good news, I do have 10 of those. So we can put that in there, and it's going to fill up. So it's only this middle one that we have an issue. So we are waiting on one fluid. And it's making some PCB coolant. Oh, that's just freaky weird. It turns blue when it's hot. It's pink, purple, and it turns blue when it's hot. That is just weird. And we have a million things in here. You just need Canthol, so I can move you over here. Yes. So the palladium can now go over here. You just need RTM alloy with the 1. That was the HSSG. This one I can now move over here. You should be able to move as well. Yes, okay, so vanadium galleon. You should be able to move over here also. Interesting. You should be in one with... Oh, you need to be in one with oxygen. You are in the wrong one, dude. Oh, that's interesting. It had circuit 2 and it went. I wonder if it made the right thing or not. Alright, and this one has to be Naquita or higher. So that one can go. So you can go over here. That is the... Not that one. Where is the indium? This one. Alright. That should allocate things around a little bit so that ingots don't stack on top of each other quite as badly? Question mark? That should get our fluid going. So, liquid, vanadium. Cardinal's got a field goal. Here is my bucket. So I will take that around the corner here, and I'm going to put you in here. And then you're going to go in there. Then you're going to want to make a whole lot of vanadium gallium ingots to fill that baby up. Which is fine. I don't know why that keeps getting stuck. I'm literally having to untrick it by running this niobium dust through the system, and then it recognizes it. I don't know why. And then this one keeps getting stuck because the saltpeter isn't working. So we can just cancel that one. But you saw all the extra junk my recipe had there. Refined storage sucks. And now all my passive crafting is going to want to craft more hot ingots on top of the hot ingots I'm already trying to craft for my crafts. Oh, snap. And it's trying to make helium gas to... Uh, how messy is this going to be to get this done? Come on, guys, punch it in there. And they punched it in there. Give me just a second, folks. I've got to look something up for a customer. They're having problems finding something. I have a billion things of salt. Why are you not seeing the salt? Again, why are you not seeing the salt? The salt is right there. Okay. Databank. Okay, databank is in slot number 1, so you go right there. Okay. So now we're just waiting on 2, 3, and this one. So I guess we need to do the crystal processor supercomputer would be next. So crystal processor supercomputer here. We need 4 of those. Oh, sure, more palladium foil. Why not? Oh god, so many fluids. Okay, go. This is going to be one we're going to have to watch because I just have a bad feeling my fluids are going to cause issues. I'm not sure where along the way it's going to have issues, but somewhere along the way we're going to have a fit and get stuck. I noticed at times I have so many lines running along here that when multiple machines are running, sometimes some of these will drop from IV down to HV because they're not getting enough power. I wonder if I do this so that it's getting it from multiple sides, would that help? Can't hurt. We'll try that. That was the machine I noticed it on, was the macerator, is it was running at HV. So we'll see if giving it... It's got... So the bender is running, the chemical reactor is running, so that's two machines. Running at IV. Oh, see, look at this one is only running at EV. Why do you not have some speed upgrades in you? Go faster. That should help tremendously. Good God. No wonder my plates were taking so long. Oh my God. How did I miss that? Any of the rest of you missing your speed upgrades? Did I... Somehow I missed two of them getting speed upgrades. And that's a bad one, because I used the bender for so much stuff. Ugh. That was bad. That was very bad. Okay. I have it fixed now. So now that seemed kind of slow. Oh no, you've got speed upgrades in you. But yeah, that's just something I've noticed. Okay, so here's one, 4 chlorine gas just left over from a craft. I'm guessing it's that one. Let me double check there isn't anything else that uses chlorine. Oh, it could be that one. Okay, so it could be... It's probably this one. So it's missing the benzene. So we need to grab a bucket of benzene and do that. Again, no idea where the extra bucket of benzene went. It just poofed. But this happens all the time with things in my chemical reactors. Oh, here's another one. Sulfur trioxide and nitration mixture are both sitting here idly. So the nitration mixture should have chlorobenzene with it. some reason, we are missing the bucket of chlorobenzene. So now the question is, will the system allow me to craft a bucket of chlorobenzene to put into this machine to get it going again? The answer is yes, it did. So we're going to put that in there. Now I've got the sulfur trioxide. That just needs water. I have started carrying around a thing of water just so I can clean things up easily. There were so many times down here that the sulfur dioxide that makes sulfur trioxide and the sulfur trioxide and water were somehow getting clashed with each other. So I moved the sulfur trioxide recipe over there to see if that would help. I figure if I could separate, the more I could separate into multiple machines without going overboard. I'm trying not to make a billion machines. I'd like not to have to make a billion machines if I can help it. I'd really like not to make a billion machines. Okay, that was just a craft in our second large chemical reactor that just went through. So that's good. We've got all of these memory chips and things. Those are all running through one cutter upstairs. And so it can only do so many at once. So that is what's taking so long there. But I think we're caught up on all the fluids now. So that's good. Now we just need all of these chips and wafers to get done. Oh, and look, I think we might be stuck on salt again. Hmm. Yep, I gave it another dose of salt. It makes no sense to me. It's like the salt just disappears from the system. And I'm guessing some of these fluids are doing the same thing. The fluids and some of these solids are just vanishing into Never Never Land. And so that's why I have to make extra materials to go in and finish some of these crafts. Is because I'm just losing them because of a refined storage system. Which is super frustrating. This one still has 15 more ingots to go. 15 more ingots to go. Oh my gosh. I even left you in the fast one, but the fast one is 38 seconds a craft. So fast is a relative term on this. Oh dear. Now we just threw an interception back. Boo hiss. Alright, so now we got a hot HSSE ingot. So that is probably backed up here. Yes. So this one, I think, can go over here. Then I can take the recipe for you and move you over here. keep the line moving. Just pretend we're Royals players for just a moment here. Oh, I was wrong. We had another fluid pop up there. Oh, man. Now the penalties are starting on the Chiefs. But I thought the refs were on the Chiefs' side. Could you feel the sarcasm dripping? Was it thick enough? I tried. Oh, so many things and stuffs. And these are so slow. I am not looking forward to making 8 of those LUV field generators. That craft is just going to be a nightmare. A nightmare. Not to mention, I have no idea how to build this thing. And did I'm just, oh, that's right. Get, oh dear. Here, over. I did add PCB coolant to the list of fluids that I need to keep in stock. Not like a huge amount, because my system can't handle huge amounts. But I know we're going to need large amounts of that PCB coolant. So I'm thinking we might like build a tank or something and like stockpile it or something, because this multi-block we're going to be building, assuming we can get these next 2 components done, it requires coolant so that it doesn't melt down. We do not want it melting down. Well, AV Navy might want it to melt down because she would think that would be entertaining. I do not want it to melt down. I very much do not want it to melt down. I would not find it entertaining. Not after so much hard work putting into making these. JC, I dozed off at the end of your stream. I'm sorry. Did you get started on a research station at all? Or are you like right up to the point of starting it? What we're working on is the high performance computation array, which will overheat if not properly cooled. You only made the data center block. So the data bank, I think I was awake for that part. And then I think I remember you starting work on the field generator. You're going to be starting work on this next week. Yeah. I started work on it last week and had had got to the point of getting my pieces and parts assembled. And oh god, my system struggled on some of these so bad. It was not funny. Not funny. I had to nurse. Yep. The HPCA. It was a challenge to get my refined storage system to build some of those components. I had to just nurse that around. Oh dear, Arizona managed to get a touchdown. Oh, that's not good. And we got another penalty. Good grief. A 43-yard touchdown. Oi! Oi! Somebody blew a coverage there. Hashtag not happy. Oh my god, these are taking forever. And I have no idea why we have one crushed Naquita ore sitting here still. And why none of these are cooling. Do I have something wrong here? Now I'm concerned. These are not cooling. Why are those not cooling? Oh, because these need to be in a ZPM freezer. Oh, hang on. Divert. You come here. Alright. Back to the input bus. Now you'll start cooling. Oh my god, I can't believe I missed that step. Actually, I can totally believe I missed that step. Because I had set up a bunch of that stuff a week ago and had forgotten about it. I'm like looking at this recipe and I'm like, why is that piece not moving? And I'm like, now it makes sense why that piece is not moving. And now the Kansas City offense is likewise not moving. Albeit it's the second and third stringers in there now, so this is not unexpected. Ugh. Okay, so we have the freezer upgraded to ZPM, but I'm going to now need to replace the LUV energy hatches before I can build this multi-block. Because of course I am. Because of course I am. These are done. That is those. Those are in slot number 2. Take these downstairs. These are slot number 2. Let's go ahead and grab the LUV energy. Go ahead and grab 2 more of those. While we're waiting for these to process. Again, this is going to take a hot minute of fluid processing. So we'll need to keep an eye on things. The biphenyl A recipe is one that breaks constantly and then it fixes itself. And I have no idea why it does that. It will just stop working and then I'll like try to run it again and then it will start working again and then it will stop working and then it starts working again and it's like game, you be confused. And now Kansas City lost a challenge. So now it's going to be 4th and 12 from their 11, and they're going to have to punt, and they're only up 4. Ugh. And the momentum is completely with Arizona right now. Great. Just great. Alright, so we've got methane and chlorine. I recognize that. That's down here. And that's currently locked up behind another craft. Or not. I thought for sure it was down there. Maybe they're waiting for something else. Also a possibility. Nothing else in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Come on. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Okay. You are just waiting for more vanadium gallium ingots, which are not cooking. So the dust must be processing somewhere. Oh, no, you're processing the cooling, so you're stuck upstairs waiting to cool. Along with these. Yeah. Now, on the plus side, it's only taking 10 seconds per to cool those. And it can do 4 of them per bucket of helium. And I think we're doing good on helium. So hopefully that's gonna work okay. Hopefully. That upgrade on the freezer will actually help out significantly for the fuel generator craft. So, strange bonus there, I guess. But now we have that stuck. Waiting on that. And this also requires a data stick, which means I have to do one of these in the scanner like this. In the here. And that one's chosen to go invisible. Even better. That's going to be you. Start. And then we just have to watch for a data stick to show up. 2-minute warning on the Chiefs game. I don't want to have severe weather again tonight. That would suck. And it's going to be overnight, so it's going to be in the middle of the night. And it looks like the storms have already fired up, but they're moving northeast away from me. Winning! I can take that. That's good for me. We do not need any more rain right now down in our part of the state. Let another part of the state have the fun. Please and thank you. Oh my gosh, they're already out to midfield, and you've left them a minute and 19 seconds left. Defense, what are you doing? And why are you taking a timeout? What are you doing? Kansas City, you don't want to you want them burning clock, not saving time. Oh my god. I know. It's a preseason game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. That is... Are you in the scanner now and running? You are. That's going to take a full 2 minutes. Oh, gosh. 2 minutes. I have 18 more of these to cool. Then I need 7... No, not that one. This one. Then I need 4 of these to cool. And this one's going to take me 2 minutes to finish the research. Oy. For a multi-block that I don't even know how to use. And it has the threat of overheating if not cooled properly. No pressure. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. Oh, and then they call defensive pass interference for 24 yards. Are you kidding me? How did no time run off the clock? That doesn't make any sense. My Gamecast is obviously not updating properly or in a very timely manner. Oh, now they're down to 38 seconds left, and they're down to our 15. Oh my gosh. Keep them out of the end zone, guys. Please, keep them out of the end zone. I can't believe I'm getting stressed out. It's a preseason game that means nothing. Ugh. I'm awful. I was watching plays from the red-white volleyball scrimmage, and I'm like getting all excited, and I'm like, they're playing themselves. I it's a scrimmage between two halves of the same team, and I'm still getting all excited, and I'm like, it's a game against themselves. It was some elite level volleyball, considering the season hasn't even started yet, but they were playing really, really well, which is very good because they're playing some of the top teams right off the bat when the season starts on the 22nd. So they need to be playing at their best, and they are the preseason #1 team this season. So even though they have a new coach, they have a lot of returning players. They're bringing in a lot of new players that they have to try and integrate into DBK's system. That they are one of the 4 national semifinalists from last year, and I have so many sports to watch this year. It's going to be ridiculous. Okay, these go here. So we've got those done. And then do we have our data stick? We do. So I can take that, and then I can come over here and take the recipe out, and then put the recipe back in here and change it to the assembly line recipe, where I take the fluids out, and then this comes down to here, and I change that to 4. And that is going to be my recipe for downstairs. And then this is the recipe that goes in here. Okay, so I've got that piece done. Now I just need, okay, this part is done, so it can be canceled. Now we need this part to wrap up so I can have the replacement energy hatches. So that just leaves our nightmare craft of 8 field generators. Oh, this is just going to be ugly. Just so ugly. Crafting water bottles. I am crafting water buckets. I am crafting glass bottles so I can crush them into glass powders. Oh, this is just going to be so ugly. "16 LUV electric motors. 16 of them! Oh my gosh. We're going to have trouble making those samarium ingots. We're going to have to watch on that one. I'm guessing I'm going to need to get a nudge on that. Processing a ton of salt water based on the number of gas tiers there. Making a ton of aluminum rods. Almost 7,000 salmon. Biochaff. You're making gold plates, electrum plates. Oh, I gotta schedule those. That is here. That is a 2, right? Yes, okay, so I have that right. That's making the palladium ingots hot and heavy, which you're going to need a ton of those. Processing plutonium. Making ruridet ingots. We're processing glowstone. I am crushing glass bottles. So many fine wires. There's the palladium. It's working on it now. We have got tons of copper dust. And then we got the fluids. So many fluids. 6,850 buckets of crude oil it's got to go through. And Cardinals take the lead at halftime. I mean, that alone is gonna take, what, an hour? Because it processes the oil like a millibucket at a time. Oh my gosh. And there are so many of these things that get processed in the macerator. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, see, it's only doing HV instead of IV. Because I have so many machines running right now on this line. Because that chemical reactor is running, that bender is running, and the thermal centrifuge is running. That this is slowed down to HV. That's the first time I've ever noticed it happening. Alright, and this time I have no niobium dust to provide it. Oh, and I can't craft any because the system is way too busy at the moment. We're down to 12.5 TPS. I think I can cancel that one. Rare earth gets processed. I have rare earth here. Where do I process the rare earth at? That is in a centrifuge. So I just need to come upstairs to my MV, which won't be as fast, but oh my gosh, I even have the old arc furnace running. This is how heavy duty I can't even use you because you're running. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. I gotta think. What do we do? I don't have another macerator. Oh, well, wait a minute. I take that back. Remember, we put all of our old machines in here. I must have recycled the macerator. Extractor, equalizer, bender, circuit assembler, centrifuge, solidifier, centrifuge, wire mill, heater, chemical reactor, centrifuge, laser engraver, rock crusher, electrolyzer. I do not have another macerator. Oh, wait. It's not a macerator. I need a centrifuge. It helps to be looking for the right machine. And I do have a basic centrifuge. Did I have... Okay, wait. I was looking for the wrong machine. Centrifuge upstairs was busy. Do I have a centrifuge? That extractor is busy. Do I have a centrifuge who is not busy? You are not busy. Guess what? You're going to be busy. Here. Because all 6 of these have only a 25% chance, I've got to just manually throw these in. Hey, JC, welcome back. This is what I need to get my samarium done, because I need the samarium dust. So we'll just stand here and process a bunch of this stuff manually quick, and then that should give me enough samarium dust to produce my large magnetized samarium. You just full on send mine. That's not a bad idea, but I don't have a side open to put an extractor or an exporter to do that. Yes. That's the answer to everything. Make a new machine. I mean, if I'm gonna do that, I need to make like the ZPM tier, so I'm getting like the maximum number of bonuses. Because look, I'm getting almost always at least 1 out of all 6 of them. Right? I don't always get all 6, but after like 3 or 4, I'm getting most of them pretty consistently. You're up to 16 assemblers? Oh, for crying out loud. I think I'm at 12? That doesn't sound right either. Let's see. I'm at... Let's see. Let's see. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15! Nope, I'm right behind you. I'm at 15. So many assemblers. So many. Okay, that takes care, I think, of the samarium. Hopefully. Yes, I know. You have 4 of them. I think it took me a full 2 weeks to make my 1 donut, and you have 4. 4! Okay, the salt water is done. That's good. That means this chemical reactor should be moving on to the next thing now, which is making sulfur trioxide. Plus you have 5 more waiting to be used. Okay, so now here's a question. So I'm only using one set of inputs and outputs. Can you use like each set of these inputs and outputs? Can you do a different set of inputs and output materials in each of these to do a different material? So like I've got europium over there. Can I do another? No. So each multi-block has to be one fluid per. So this whole donut is only allowed to be europium. Gotcha. That sucks. Right now, my limiting factor is the hydrogen. So I've got this filled with liquid neodymium, but I keep needing hydrogen for other things, and so it can't keep up with filling the tank with hydrogen to keep this processing. Like I need like an electrolyzer over there making dedicated hydrogen to keep it running. Although I have 173 buckets right now. And I'm not using like tons of europium yet, but I know that Squishy was like constantly needing more europium. See, I don't have much passive anything going. I have just my few little things here of Gesta ingots. You have 4 million buckets of it. 4 million buckets of it. That would like completely fill my entire fluid storage system up. Like it would be full. I would have room for nothing else. Oy. That'd be crazy. It has its own 252 million fluid drive. Yeah, I bet it does. Alright, so now we've got saltpeter dust making, or no, we got saltpeter, refined saltpeter ore making me salt. The vanadium gallium is going. You're going. I got so much stuff going now. This is just, oh, this is ridiculous. That's going. There's like so much processing now. Yes, I am aware. The idea was I was going to get this bit done here and this bit done here and then pause to make multi-blocks so that I could make them ZPM powered multi-blocks with the ZPM energy hatches. Except now I've run into this roadblock where I can't do this because I need to be doing stuff here. I'm so confused. And I'm like, do I try and do some of these fluids while we wait? Am I going to mess up my craft if I do that, though? I'm like, I mean, they say I can do them. Oh, no, more arsenic. Oh, do we really want to do arsenic? Liquid ruthenium bucket. Why do we need to process ruthenium more? Ruthenium is one of those things that breaks my system. I don't know if I want to do anything else with ruthenium. Really? Really? Do we have to? I mean, that's intimidating. I'm definitely not going to be able to do anything with it right now because I am busy processing my fish. But I know that's doable. Then this one is gallium ran away, so we're left with just arsenic, but that's okay because we only need arsenic. I'm guessing we're centrifuging. You need so much ruthenium. Don't tell me that, District. No. Ruthenium is a craft that likes to break down in my system all the flippin' time. No, don't tell me that. Arsenic vapor bucket. Oh, jeez. Arsenic vapor bucket. I'm melting arsenic dust. I think these are both things I can do, but they're using a machine that is extremely busy at the moment, so is not going to be in a position to do anything for a while. So I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. Oh, are you kidding me? It was either a fine wire or a foil, and it gets used stacks at a time. Oh, God, no. Oh, man. I already have problems with that fine palladium wire because I have to go run downstairs and move it around because my drawer system does not work very well with it. Like, at all. But refined storage, it is what it is. I'm making it work. Lord. I mean, look at how many fine electrum wires I'm having to make. This craft is going to take all the rest of the evening. I'm not even sure if it's going to be done by the time the server resets. That is how long of a craft this is. 1,536 palladium foils. Are you flippin' kidding me? This is just so many. Do I even have that much radon gas? Ugh. Said you had the radon, now you don't have the radon. Could you make the radon again? Because I don't trust you to have it on hand. Oh my god. It still has 6350 buckets. of oil to run. It's hardly touched running the oil. Uh, See, the problem is I can't passive things because the refined storage system will break. With this recipe problem I'm having, if I tried to passive everything, the system would just crash down, and then it would be so stuck trying to passive 100 things and all of them being stuck, I think Milkshake would crash. Because I think it would keep trying to initiate crafts to fill that designated inventory, and because the machines have stranded materials left in them, the machine will give this error message about machine doesn't accept item, and all of these crafts will just stack up like this. Boom, 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 boom. And I think that would cause, I think at some point it would cause the system to crash. I really don't want to test that theory out by trying it out. So I've tried to be very selective in what I've put on passive craft, like essential fluids only and really essential ingots only, and keeping the volume as low as I can so that they're not making 1,000 and then getting stuck halfway. Like, it should be reasonable for them to try and make a stack. I would hope. Like, I would really hope it can make a stack and then move on to the next one. And move on to the next one. And move on to the next one. I would hope. That might be asking too much. Let's see. You are still going? Yes, because you're still making salt. Are you still making glass up here? No. Okay, so let's put those in there. So it's not recognizing these getting processed for molybdenum dust. Okay, process these in here. I only need 10. Alright, that was enough to get it kick-started. Alright, so here's the salt. And it's trying to make a... Is this trying to make... I'm not sure if this is going into that. No, the salt is going into the sodium hydroxide dust. We still have 1,000 fish to process. We're almost done with the electrum plates for the electrum foils. There's the electrum wire. It's more than halfway done there. Processing tantalite dust. There's the annealed copper wire. That's what's being made upstairs in the arc furnace. Okay. Under 6,200 in the stored. Good grief. Kansas City has tied it up at 17. Yay. Oh my gosh. There's just so much stuff. Oh, we need 70 buckets of that bisphenol A. That's one of the recipes that is definitely going to cause me headaches. Oh. Processing tantalite dust. Tantalite dust. I have it. Okay, so it's not a matter of it's making it. It needs to put it somewhere. Where do I put tantalite dust? Oop. This gets used in the electrolyzer. Well, it's not being used in that electrolyzer. That one is quite full. So it is stuck in line behind an awful lot of materials here. So that explains that. Like, it's got a full 64 buckets of salt water, and it is processing all of this. So, yeah, that's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. Okay. There's something we can do to make the saltpeter dust faster. Oh. It makes the wrong kind of saltpeter dust. Well, that's disappointing. Of all that essence, and it makes the wrong kind. Okay. We're almost done with the fish. This is good. Kansas City has the ball back. This is also good. Grinch is logging in to get his rewards. This is also good. Many good things happening simultaneously. Why are we processing platinum ingots? That's a good question. Oh, to make platinum wire. Well, that could be a bit, because we've got that. The wire machines are going to be a bit. That machine does not accept wire. That's probably just backed up. It's more than just a little back. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I found another one. Oh my god, the wire mills don't have speed upgrades in them. Oh my god, my god, my god. Oh, oh my goodness gracious. You have some speed upgrades. You have some speed upgrades. You have some speed upgrades. Oh, goodness gracious. You have upgrades. You don't. Oh, my lord. There is no excuse for you taking so long on the wires. Well, no, now there is, because you were not speedy the boy up. Ay, 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 ay. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, well, that should help things considerably. Unbelievable. I cannot believe I had done that. Again! Again! Oh, it's so bad. So bad. Okay, so we know the platinum ingots is waiting for the wire mill to finish these. That has 330 left to go, so that'll be a bit. Tin ingots, those are probably melting for tin alloy, so that's going to be a while. Those are waiting for those ingots, which are waiting for these, which are going to be waiting for dust, which is waiting for the macerator, which is still making salt. Let me see if I give interesting. Why is that coming down to why is that coming down to HV? Saltpeter dust HV. I'm processing refined saltpeter ore. Where? This one. Is that not set to IV? It should be. Well, that's just it. I gave it a flux point. That should give it full power. Use grinding IV. Take that off. IV. Why is it only using 512 EU a tick HV? I have disconnected it from the platinum cables, and I've given it a flux point, so it has its own power source, but it's still only running at HV power. Dang it. Can you process these quick for me? I will give you your molybdenum back in a minute. I am confused as everyone's taking an ad break. I would have thought giving it a dedicated power source should have taken it up to IV, which is the power level of the machine. But it's still running at HV, which is 2 levels below. So it's running 2 levels slower and costing me bonuses. I'm very confused as to why that macerator is not running at IV speed. Like, am I gonna have to break the machine and replace it? Which I really don't want to do that because it might mess up all of the crafts that are currently in line for that machine if I do that. And I don't want to cancel and restart the craft because that would mess up the 6,000 buckets of oil that I already have in line for the distillery or the distillation tower. I don't want to mess that up. Ugh. that's one of those things that I've thought about. I need to get a second distillation tower made so I can have one dedicated to oil processing, so I could have that one passively processing my oil all the time, so we're not waiting for oil to process during our crafting. But I haven't gotten around to doing that during the time I've been able to play during the week because I keep selling sweaters. Okay. That was the uranium dust. We got half of the radon dust is processed. That is for making these, I think. Down to 5,800. Okay, so here we are. We have a bucket of glycerol sitting here idle. So it looks like it's missing hydrochloric acid. So we'll give it some hydrochloric acid, get it out of the way, and now that is open and ready for business. And then we'll check over here. You are still going strong making acetic acid, so that's good. You're both empty, which just feels weird. You're processing. Okay. That's going down. And that's going down. So the nether stars are being processed. Okay, that's good. Still processing electrum wires. Oxygen being processed through at a big clip. It's the chlorine gas and the methane. That should be going over here. You're backed up, and this is going to be the crystal boule. Okay, that's right. Why is that running so slow? I just don't understand. And now I messed that up by pulling it out. Put it in a macerator up here. Keep it running. There's just so much to process. And now we have an absolute gajillion things of tin to melt, because we're going to use a ton of tin alloy. This is just melting stuff. Well, I can't melt stuff because my machine is busy. Oh, look, it's going to be another hot ingot. Well, we can get the recipe made for it, I guess. So you're going to be in the freezer. You're going to be in here. And then the recipe for you is going to be I'll just put you over here for now. And what is the recipe for the dust? A mixer 2. And then this was the set to alternatives. Like that. Mixer 2. So if I do YB, YT, YT. Oh, I don't have the dust. What's the recipe for... Hang on. always gotta check that alternatives button. YTT. I have no idea what that is. And obviously I can't get it from what I'm making. Well, the dust comes from the ingot. Well, no, now we've just gone back in a circle. If I centrifuge the dust, but the recipe for the dust is probably... Oh, it's another thing from rare earth. So this comes from these. And that just goes there. So then we just do that. I fixed that. Why you know still worky? Because it didn't take. Because of course it didn't. Oh, and of course, Mixer 2 is busy right now. I can't use it. Of course it is. So I can't work on this. 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 And I don't understand why this is unlocked when the exact same quest is locked over here. It doesn't make sense for it to be unlocked in one place and locked in the other. So, I think the quest progression is broken. But looking at the quest line, that reminds me that we have some quest turn-ins to do. Grinch made a draconic sword, so we can turn in that quest reward. And then Grinch has been busy. So Grinch has made the draconic bow and the draconic sword. And then he has been making modules. So he is preparing for a Chaos Dragon fight. And the Cardinals now have a 3-point lead. Gosh darn it. So we have got the basic energy module, the Wyvern energy module, the Draconic energy module, the wireless energy link, the quantum energy tunnel, the basic speed module, the Wyvern speed module. I think he's just going down the list. The idea being we want to get his Draconic bow and sword geared up properly so that I'll pop all that in the system so he has it. We want to get his gear geared up properly so that in a Chaos Dragon fight he could actually damage the thing. Because he would like to give it another go. So we would like to try Chaos Guardian attempt number 2. It was going to be our finale well, it was our finale in Ragnamod 7, but we had to have District come and rescue our little butts because we could not damage it. And after I had been assured, oh, you're invulnerable, you'll be fine, I died. So, yeah, that went well. So, I need to try and make a mecha suit at some point so that I can be really invulnerable this time and not just what I've been told will be invulnerable. I want to really, really be invulnerable. Excuse me, Cardinals. Oi! He despawned. Oh, wait, unless you're you. No. He despawned. Gosh darn it. Taking my anger out on you. And you. And you. Oh, and I killed a bear. Didn't mean to kill the bear. He was just in the way. Oh. I'm taking that scores. Oh, dude. Don't have time for any of you. No, no, no. You know, we may have taken a little too much off the side. I'm just saying that drop is a little steep. A bit. Just a bit. It's a little steep. A bit. Just a bit. A bit much. Oh, the HSS ingots. Okay, those are running now. Those are now running through over... those are the HSSGs. The HSSSs are still running over there. Okay. I'm glad I split up the ingots so they weren't all sitting in one EBF getting backed up. That would just not be a good thing. The LVUV electric motor. Do I have... Let me look at that a second. I think I may have... Is that this one? That's this one. No, I don't think I have sent... It has not sent anything through on those. Okay. Hop, 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 hop. Okay. Because those are waiting on the HSS ingots to make these bits. And it needs to make the LUV emitters. And it needs the Ruridate ingot. Oh gosh, there's just so many layers to all of these. And it needs to now process the rarest metal mixture to get the platinum group sludge. Oh, good grief. Still going through the copper. Halfway through the acetic acid. Down to 5,500 buckets of oil. And it's already 10 o'clock. This is not going to finish tonight. Not even close. And if I leave this running, it's probably going to crash out when the server resets. I'm only going to need one of these controllers at the moment, though. But maybe tomorrow I need to just make like batches of 2 of these at a time or something. Instead of trying to make one whole batch of 8. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, my refined storage system has actually behaved itself relatively well. There's been a handful of, and I say that and now it gets stuck. And this one, it's missing the methane gas. So we just need to come in here and do methane, boom, boom, and give you methane. Then you are also missing another thing of methane and the chlorine. Oh my gosh. Okay, so methane, 2 more. And then you're also missing the chlorine. You're missing all 4 of, oops. All 4 of the chlorine. you can't make the salt water. Don't I have the salt water backed up over here somewhere? Yes. Why aren't you making the salt water over here? Alright, I'm confused. You should be able to be processing this. That's 48. Now I blocked something else from processing while I'm doing this. Alright, Casey, you've got 5 minutes to go win a football game. I believe... Oh, that's Croptopia water bottles. Hang on. Should be able to do this, because I think we have a fluid encapsulator over here. So I need to just put that there, and then I need to find my engineer's hammer, which is hiding from me. There it is. So then you need to go pointing down. So then we should be able to do... then this needs to be set to... Oh. That is the back. Bottom. Importer. Cable. More cable. I don't think my pattern's right. Oh, because it has to be... Okay. 12. 12. No. There you go. Oh. No, but I can. Water bottle. Like, will 100 do? Wait, it has to be a factor 102. 102. Go. Will that keep you busy for a while? Oh, 200 plus? Okay, I can do another 102. Water bottle. Here. Do another 102. That's 204. That should be plenty to keep you busy for a bit. Yep. They'll automatically get deposited in the system by the fluid encapsulator. The system will make the glass bottles, and then the machine will fill the glass bottles with water and put the water bottles with water in the system for you. No problemo. Mansion, front door. Here. I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I end the stream early? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Glad I asked. I was going to make cobblestone to make gravel to make sand to make glass to make bottles and then make a crate assembly line with a filter connected. No, 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 no. Well, yes, it would have worked, but we already have a machine that will do it for you We just needed to rearrange the crafter and plug it into the system. So, you are very welcome, my dear. Things will be much different in the next playthrough because we're going to have machines for everything, and I'm going to have so much stuff set to passive crafting and auto crafting. I'm not going to know what to do with myself. And I'm actually probably going to break my brain because I'm not used to playing Minecraft that way. And we're still at 5,300. This is not getting done anytime soon. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. We'll let that craft keep running. And then in the morning, when the server resets, we'll see if it died or not. And then I'll start her up again, but I think I'll just do like 2 at a time to get the 8. Then that should allow me to put the 8 into here, which should then craft the 1 high performance computation array that I need. And then we can build this thing over here. Or at least attempt to. And then we're going to need to... Oh, Grinch did more. Then we're going to need to hook up the coolant, because we don't want our new machine to go boom. So we may need to set up some additional machines to, like, passively be crafting that coolant to make sure that we always have that processing at all times and have it on stock, and like maybe have a tank of it just sitting there running on call at all times. I don't know how that machine works, but I do not want it blowing up. God, no. Can't have that. And once we get that built, then we will look at the next one, which is the research station. And I'm going to have some of the same issues there that I did trying to do this one, which is that my system can't handle making all of these at once. I'm going to have to make them in smaller batches. And then some of these do require more assembler multi-block setups. So, yeah, we're going to have to set that up. Great. Just what we wanted to hear. I know. But look, more field generators. Oh, look, another data bank. But, yeah. I'm hoping, I think, with what we got done, the conversion to the tritium coil blocks and the addition of this ZPM mixer, I think we needed those 2 skips ahead to allow us to get going forward. But my system just can't do this. It's just too much stuff happening at once. In part because I don't have the oil automatically crafting. So I think maybe the distillation tower, that second one, so this is passively crafting all the time. So I have all the other resources just sitting there in stock. Maybe we need to pause and do that one. 4th and 20 at the 24 with 2:19 left. So we either punt and it's game over, or we go for it on 4th and 20 and we don't get it and it's game over. Or we convert a 4th and 20 and the game keeps going on. This is not looking good at all. Yuck. Okay, but we have a game plan. We will be back tomorrow, sometime around lunchish time when District wraps up his Ocean Block stream. And we'll touch base and see where we're at on finishing up this computation multi-block. And then hopefully, if we can get it done, we'll be able to start on the research station. So that is where we're at in our quest for ZPM chapter completion and trying to stay ahead of JC. I am not feeling confident that we're going to be able to stay ahead another weekend. I think he's going to catch us next weekend if we don't get this done. So, everybody, I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. 3 hours of not getting a whole lot done. We got a little bit done, but not a lot. But that's the nature of Refined Storage and Greg Tech. You don't get a lot done. But we will be back tomorrow, and hopefully we'll make a little tiny forward step of progress tomorrow. And they punted. Good grief. Well, so with that, I will bid you all good night. Take care, and we will see you tomorrow with more All the Mods 9. Good night, District. We'll see you tomorrow for Ocean Block 2. And, yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye.